let's talk a little more about the props, right? So what I want to do is I want to send some data also. So right now I'm just letting the parent know that okay, that on press is getting called on me and you take care of the action. And on parent we have defined the action is nothing to just console log, right? What if I want to get some data also, right? So what if I want to know which of them has been clicked, and let's say I want to get back that title. Whoever is getting clicked, send me your title. So what we can do is we can manipulate this and we can say that it will get title which will be of type string. Now when we do this thing we need to pass it. We'll talk about this, that why we did like this right now with a callback and why we were using a pointer that time. Now if I hover over this, now you can immediately see it says a title is gonna get received, title, and here also a title. And now I will not print all of, I'll just generalize it and I'll say title button clicked, and I'll say same for here, title button click. You'll see the same thing, stop button click, play button click, stop button click, play button click. Now the thing which changed just now, previously how it was on like this, it was present, right? Let's comment one of them for a moment. Okay, so now it's a typical React way of defining and referring functions. So if you don't, so see, we already know that this is a function which is coming from the parent, right? It's a function, we can see clearly it's a function which is coming from the parent. Now usually when we deal with functions, right, how do we deal with them? We put a we put a parenthesis, right, opening and closing parenthesis. But we cannot do that and we should not do that. The reason, if we do like that, what happens, it's gonna get invoked immediately. But we don't want that. We just pass the reference to the on press, and on press, whenever that on press event happens, then only it will call the function. Now since it's already having the reference, it will be able to call. But imagine if you put it like this, it would have already been called, right? So that's the first case, right? When you don't have to pass any arguments to the function, you just have to call. You can just directly straight away say, okay, see that on press, you can take a reference of this function, and whenever you need to invoke the function on press, just invoke, because you are already knowing what this function is, right? But in the case when you need to pass some argument, I mean there's no way to do that, right? You just cannot do that, right? So what you need to do is you need to define a callback function, and in that callback function you have to pass the argument, right? So that's a typical way, and things will become much more clearer. Again, not to worry so much. So we all need to understand that in nutshell, the data exchange between parent to the child component is gonna be really crucial, right? So I think this is good enough for us to summarize on custom components, right? And we can move on with the life cycle part of a component. Thank you so much. Yeah.